Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is something different that I've never done before. I've never talked about anything like this here on my channel, but since KWSHOPS, my YouTube channel, is all about luxury goods and the designer market, then I feel like it is something relevant that I think is worth sharing. But this is something that I did want to talk about. I wanted to delve into. What we're discussing today is the controversy with the Gucci balaclava sweater that they debuted on their website, I think a couple of days ago now. I wanted to discuss that. There's a couple of people who are calling for boycotts of Gucci base because of this. Today is February 9th, and I'm only working with the information that has been provided as of today. I don't know what else is gonna pop up as part of the Gucci controversy, so please bear that in mind if you know something ridiculous happens between now and the time that this video gets uploaded. But I do want to know how you guys feel. A, do you plan to boycott Gucci? And B, are you of the mind that you can separate the art from the artist, so to speak? And another thing about the comments, YouTube is something that I do for fun, and I really want to make sure that the comments stay upbeat and uplifting and respectful, so please be mindful of that. Different opinions are always welcome here, but just do please be respectful and kind in your commentary. I do want to preface everything that I say going forward with this. I want to make sure it's abundantly clear that my opinion, my perspective is just that. It's mine. I don't speak on behalf of anyone else. Please do not watch this video and come away with my opinion being indicative of 13% of the US population. Please do not do that. I really only speak for myself and myself alone. These are only my opinions, and there are a lot of people who are going to just disagree with me, and I fully welcome that. I also am not married to one perspective. I think that the one motto I have is that the best idea is the one that should win, and if there is a compelling reason why I should, you know, change my perspective going forward, then I'm fully willing and capable of doing so. Now, okay. So if you don't know or haven't been paying attention to their new releases, number one, I can't say that I blame you, because everything that they've been releasing for the past like year and a half, 2 years, with the exception of this and this, I've absolutely hated. So I'm with you on that. In my opinion, everything is just, most things are just awful. But that's not the point. They released a sweater, a turtleneck sweater. I believe it's called a balaclava. I've never heard this word before. I don't know exactly what this is or what purpose or function it's supposed to hold, but it's basically a turtleneck sweater that the neckline goes above, like up to your nose, and has lip cutouts. So they released this sweater, and almost immediately people went to Twitter and went to social media channels and called Gucci out for mimicking blackface. And they removed the product from their shelves, both online and in store, and issued an apology. So I will read the statement to you here. It says, Gucci deeply apologizes for the offense caused by the wool balaclava jumper. We can confirm that the item has been immediately removed from our online store and all physical stores. We consider diversity to be a fundamental value to be fully upheld, respected, and at the forefront of every decision we make. We are fully committed to increasing diversity throughout our organization and turning this incident into a powerful learning movement for the Gucci team and beyond. Okay. First of all, what is a balaclava? I've never heard of this, but they have done these in previous seasons. They did one that was a hat mask. I don't know, but this is not the first time they've done one. They did one in white that had red lips on it as well, and it looked like a scary clown bank robber. They've done them in many different other colors. So when the black one with the red lips came out, I personally do not believe that it was their intention to mimic something that is historically offensive. Am I offended by the sweater? The answer to that for me is yes, absolutely. This is very offensive. This is not acceptable in any way. I don't know these people. I don't know anything about head office at Gucci or anything like that, but I am willing to give them the benefit of the doubt in saying that they probably were not aware or didn't fathom that this might be something offensive. I do believe that to be true. Because again, they've made them previously in other colors. Okay, let's make a black one. You know, I mean, I think that is very, very very, very likely as to what happened. For me, the problem is not that this happened or that someone thought of that, but what it shows is that there wasn't a person in a position of power or in a decision-making position to be able to stop the production of this and allow and let the other people who obviously were ignorant of the history, and I don't mean ignorant negatively, I just mean literally like without knowledge. There needs to be a person who is in a decision-making capacity from many different backgrounds. I know that there is not one person who has the final say. I know that does not rest on one head. I know it's a collaboration of many different people, and those people need to be diverse. And I really do think it is also important for those people to represent your consumer base. I think that that is just something that on very base levels, even without having to offend anyone, it's just something that you would want actively. Hiring people from different backgrounds and different perspectives, I think that is the main remedy, because diversity and inclusion only serve to make you better. Because what did I say in the beginning of the video? The best idea wins, and when you have the best idea makers from all walks of life, you come back with a better product. Am I boycotting Gucci? If you guys have been with me for a while, you guys know that this was my holy grail bag, this Gucci Dionysus bag that I've had now for a year. Am I gonna get rid of all of my Gucci things? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, hold on. Not yet. Not yet. What I have to say is that these things cannot continue to happen. You've been called out once, and now you need to do something to actually rectify structurally what allowed for this to slip through the cracks. And the way to do that, in my opinion, is by reaching out to a broader market, broader audience, and getting new and different perspectives in decision-making capacities within your company. And that is something that needs to happen at Gucci. It needs to happen in every industry. And so yeah, Gucci is not the only one that has this problem. And another thing I want to say is that these designers release new collections every year, every couple of months. By no means are they owed our money. So it is fully anyone's prerogative to decide to no longer shop with a brand for any reason. So I fully support anyone who does decide that Gucci is no longer for them. However, at this point, that's not how I feel. Not just yet. Hey guys, okay, so this is a little bit of an aside. And this isn't something I've ever shared on any type of social platform or anything like that, so I don't know how this is gonna go. But so I've been on YouTube now for coming up on 3 years. My goal on YouTube, my goal with my channel has always been to be a girl, be a person excited about my new handbag. I'm not a person on the internet who talks about social justice or racism or complex, societal structures or anything like that. I talk about handbags. What this has shown me is how hard it is to do that and be that when you are a person of color. It's really hard to just be a person, because what I've gathered from this is that racism and the way people are treated is something that permeates into every single subject. I have always felt that YouTube was like an oasis away from all of that. Or sorry, my YouTube channel has always been an oasis away from that. Because that's what I felt like I needed. And this just reinforces the fact, this Gucci situation, as small and insignificant as some of you may think that it is, it really just reinforces the fact that there is no escape. When you scratch the surface, everything, it all comes back to this. Like, I think the big problem with this, with the whole Gucci situation, is that it didn't occur to them that this might hurt people. And again, that is something that I can understand, because there are things that don't occur to me sometimes, and I'm aware of that. I'm aware that that there are other people and other things to take into account that I may not even have any understanding of. I'm very, very aware of that, but that's because so often no one takes me and my feelings into account. Is this a bit of a downer? Absolutely. This was my place where I was supposed to have fun, and now I feel like it's been tainted. And that's the thing. I guess that has to do a lot with the boycott, because now when I look at that, my favorite, you guys know, my favorite handbag, does it not feel as sweet? And that's something that I'm going to have to grapple with. And I know it's vapid, it's shallow, there's no substance to it, there are, you know, actual people being physically harmed, but if it hasn't occurred to you how the way we treat people affects them. That was grammatically wrong. I apologize. If it hasn't occurred to you how the way people are treated, how that permeates into our society, maybe this can be an example. Think about how that causes other people to move through the world, I guess. It's not always life or death, but stuff like this, I'm not gonna lie to you, as vapid and shallow and substanceless, I'm sure I made up that word, shoot me, it stings. It really does. But I guess I'm still gonna carry my bag for now, but I just hope that the feeling of carrying it and seeing it on me just isn't soured. And I can't guarantee that that's not gonna happen, so we'll see. But I don't know. Yeah, there's no happy ending to this story, so I'm just gonna send you back to the rest of the video, and yeah, please enjoy. But so we're not gonna blame, I'm not personally going to blame them specifically. This is an unfortunate mistake, but I'm glad it happened. I hope that statement they made was not just lip service. I genuinely do. I would like to see more women and people of color in decision-making capacities. These things are going to happen. Unfortunately, mistakes will be made. Anything that's worth doing isn't going to be easy. And to me, this is very worthwhile. So, and I'm glad that we're talking about it, because we see what happens when we don't have this conversation. When we're not talking about these things, this is what happens. This is what shows up on the runway. So, yeah, I'm not quite ready just yet to like burn my Gucci bags or anything like that, but I just do hope that they know that they're on notice. I do think that they should be more mindful of what they put out into the world. I hope everyone does this. I hope everyone, be it Gucci, be it you watching this video right now, before you release something out into the world, in your mind, you think, is this going to hurt or harm anyone? And I think if we start doing that, then less people will be hurt and harmed. And to me, that there's just really no valid argument against less people being harmed. So, and am I willing to separate the art from the artist? And what I will say is it depends on what they do. I don't think that this, in the case of Gucci, this was malicious intent. I think that this was an oversight. Oversight is something that we can fix. And if they are willing to fix it, then it is worth going back. I don't think that Gucci set out to offend the African Americans by releasing that sweater. I do think the sweater is hideous, which we can agree is not the point of this. I am just very curious to see what happens and how they fix this and how we move forward. But as far as separating the art from the artist, it depends on what the artist does. I will not, take boycotting Gucci off the table. I won't take boycotting anything off the table. To be mad about what has happened here and to be offended is absolutely valid, and I agree. But I just don't know that throwing the whole brand away is going to fix it. Thank you all for watching this. I'm really sorry that it was probably a little scatty. Normally I do bullet points on my videos and try to make everything clear, cut, and concise, but with this I just wanted to express my feelings and thoughts organically, and hopefully I can splice it together in a way that doesn't feel as scatty as it feels right now. So again, thank you for listening to my opinions on this. I would love to hear what you think. I am not above changing my mind about anything. I hope this was some food for thought. I hope that this is, I hope that this starts some conversations. Different perspective and opinion is always welcome here. Just do be mindful of your words and respectful in your comments. So that's all I have for you guys today, and I am glad we're having this chat. So I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!